I had a kid whisperer in my genius lab, and we deconstructed how she gets a kid to stop having a temper tantrum in literally under 30 seconds. She's worked with over 30,000 kids over about 35 years, and she's become an absolute master. But here's what's interesting is that when people get really good at what they do, they really have no idea how they actually do it, because what happens is you get really good, you get very fast at doing a lot of things in your mind very quickly, and that split second of processing before you go do the thing usually contains about 15 or 20 strategies that you're just not even aware of, but they're all the good, juicy strategies. And so in the Genius Lab, we take that split second and we unpack it. Now for her, there's a kid having a tantrum, and here's what she does that she had no idea she was doing, which is that before she approaches the kid having a tantrum, she gets herself into what she calls kid mode. And kid mode is a place of pure love and pure compassion for this child, whether she knows them or not. And she's got an internal dialogue that helps her do this. It's like, wow, this is a great kid. I know they're a great kid. They're just having a minute, but they're a great kid. And I remember when I was having a tantrum or I was really upset as a kid, I wish that someone would have come to me with love, compassion, kindness, and understanding. So she gets herself in this place of love and compassion and empathy for the kid. And from that space, then what she does is she goes down and meets them on eye level. And not just eye level, she actually gets below them so that they're in the dominant position and she's below. And she's trying to get their attention. And lock eyes, and this is very important for her to lock eyes with the kids. So she gets below them, and she's like, hey, hey, to snap them out of that tantrum loop they're in. Hey, hey. And from there, once she locks eyes and gets the attention of this child with her eyes, she's got a list of about 4 questions that over 30,000 kids she's discovered work in these moments. The one question she asked in this moment was, what are you wanting? Like, hey, hey, what are you wanting? And what that question does is allow the kid to move forward mentally. Of like, okay, well, what am I wanting? Because 2 things in her mind have to happen. She needs to get this child to move forward emotionally and physically out of the space. And when she worked out that the kid wanted their mom, she's like, oh, do you want your mom? The kid said yes. Do you want my help to go get her? The kid said yes. And she's like, great, let me help you. Didn't even touch the kid. And moved the child out of the space that was sort of what she called tainted, because when you're having a meltdown, she says that space is tainted energetically, moves them emotionally out of the space with a forward motion direction and physically out of the space. And she says from there, when the kid is moving in a forward motion, it is impossible to stay in the meltdown mode. And that is her strategy of genius. If you want the full strategy of genius, check out the description where I've posted the link to the full strategy. Try it out. Let me know what you think in the comments.